All right. So back at it, straight to business. This is my watch list for the week. This is August the 10th all the way to August the 15th, which is a Friday. So starting with X and G, looking at the weekly, this is definitely at a support. Yeah, this level is highly respected. So let's take a look at the daily. These some strong candles right here. See this gap. I gotta do more research in the gaps, but I heard the gaps must be filled. All right, so definitely can use that as a TP or whatnot. Um, now let's see. Look at these strong candles. It's a lot of it's a lot going on right here. However, they stopping on a dime. Now, if I'm not mistaken, so zooming in on this chart, what do you call this? It's a inside bar type of candle. And every time it get right here, if it all this momentum with the sellers, it should be able to break through. For some reason, it's not. So the psychology here, it's like it's not enough sellers pushing down this market. Got to be some a reason why it's stopping on a dime right here. So that support is valid. So right now, I'm actually gonna be looking for buys. This is on a daily time frame. I want to see how the daily close on Monday. And then I'm gonna take a look, zoom in. I'm gonna be looking for buys. This level right here is highly respected. Possibly, I can take it back up here and just ride that wave, or however I want to respond there. Or it can come all the way down here to this low. This was the last low that they put in, and then buy up. Right. So either or, I'm looking for reactions around about this price level of I guess $3, 3.000. And then also 2.95 is what I'm looking at. Um, so that is X and G. Then we have oil. Let's go back up to the weekly, see what's going on here. Crazy. Broke through on the swing point. I really should delete this. I'm gonna keep could push down to here. I would like to see it push down to here and see how it reacts. That weekly candle is pretty bearish. I'm actually looking at buys on oil, but let's see. Right now it's losing momentum, starting to decelerate here. These are not heavy candles like this one was here. So we'll see. We'll take a look and see how right now I'm gonna just be patiently waiting. You get paid to be patient, man. We'll see how it reacts. Candles tell a story, so I'm gonna be seeing what's going on here. But right now it's currently, in my eyes, the market conditions is still bearish. Uh, this was the last low right here. It's a lower low. This is the lower high that was put in. I would like to see it push up, come back, and then we can take off. I'm hands off for oil right now. I need to see a little bit more of a story. If so, it probably push down to this level. And there's a gap right here, actually. I know that gap that gotta be filled. So it might push all the way down here. I might be looking for buys at 61.00, $61. And coming up to AJ. See what AJ talking about over here. AJ, weekly. All right, this is interesting. So let me do something. The fact that it didn't actually fall through possibly can. This is interesting. Give me 1 second. I don't know. I'm hands off right now. Um, let's take a look at the daily. See, I got a Fibonacci here on the 4 hour. I do color code my time frames. I would like to see it push back here. I mean, because it did break the structure. It can pull back here, right? Let's see. I really don't want to touch it until it hit 96.800. That would be the ideal price. I would love to sell it at, to be honest, or hit 100% retracement. Because it definitely broke the internal structure here, right? This was a higher low, didn't go no higher, came here, boom. This was the first lower low, right? The internal structure broke, but this is a Fibonacci. Looking for a decent pullback. Again, if it can pull back at the 96.800, that'd be nice. If it can get all the way up here, that'd be great. We'll be looking for sales. However, you see about the Aussie news. So you have the now I haven't been keeping up with the news. I've been actually taking a break from trading, but I'm back now, so I'm not really sure what's been going on. Now they forecast it to be lower. So can we get some price reaction here, possibly on Monday? What else is relevant that complements as far as this country? So they predicting it to be lower. I'm just gonna be monitoring here. Oof, oof. Might get some sell reaction here. Now they predict to lower the interest rate. Now you know when they lower the interest rate, it really you see price actually go lower. It sells off. Um, let's see. This is AJ, so I'm also have to be looking at the JPY. Let's see. DPI comes out. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna be taking a look at all this wage price index. Yeah, there's some heavy news that's coming out. Employment increase full time. Jeez. Let's see how things maneuver here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's some. Okay, China. We're gonna be taking a look here. This is on Thursday. It's a lot coming out actually. Friday. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna be watching AJ. CAD, JPY, go to the weekly real quick. Yeah, I'm looking for sales on AJ. I'm looking for sales. Um, AJ can complete his course. I'm just in and out of the market. Um, So now look at this. This is CAD JPY. Um, the weekly, daily. I'm looking at this candle right here, right? You see what it's doing? So inside bar. I'm just looking at the anatomy of the candles. What happened when it gets here, right? Look at this. Bearish engulfing, coming back up. I really should track this. I'm looking to take it down, right? 4 hours consolidating right now. I did draw Fibonacci. Right now it's playing at the 38.2 in the structure. Uh, what I can do is draw a trend line to track buying pressure, and just go from there. So I do want to trend line here just to track that buying pressure, right? And now, so yeah, looking for sales. We're seeing the stuff going on with JPY. What's going on with the CAD? CAD builder permits, take in consideration, but not really. Also have U.S. news. U.S. has some heavy hitters coming out. Yeah, an inflation rate coming out. Okay, you can. We can have that on the list as well. Price index again is going to be important for JPY. I really don't have any much news, so that thing is really vulnerable right now. Um, U.S. news is definitely coming out. We got the core PPI, which is the price index. This is important. I don't- Definitely going to be looking at CAD JPY for sure. I'm looking for sales here. I would like to see how the daily close. This is just waiting for Monday to print. Now, GA, I'm looking for a pullback in GA. Let's look at the weekly. So it finally broke. It's retesting. Okay, definitely looking for buys here. I am. Um, mm, it's going to be a little pullback though, because though even this is a morning star on weekly, didn't really close above that wick on the second candle. And so even on the um, daily, you have a doji, indecisive, might be a little turnaround. It broke this consolidation with this candle right here. It's bullish, you know, turn this off. You see all these wicks, there's buyers in this market. Um, and on the weekly, we seen where it's, sitting on a swing point, a weekly swing point. Uh, Breaking it down on a 4 hour, I got a Fibonacci on it. However, again, I would like to see a pullback somewhere in this area. So somewhere in this area, this demand zone, they got vested interest here, these buyers. So whether it pull back at one of these Fibonacci's, kind of looking more towards here, that'd be great because it'll also test this 4 hour trend line and the demand zone. So let's see how that go. Now, GA, going back to some fundamentals real quick. See what we got here. Definitely have some important news coming out on Tuesday. The unemployment rate, expect everything to be the same. So, okay, employment change to actually decrease employment change. So if that decrease, that means there's more jobs lost than what was created. So that's not a good look. Oh man, the forecasting to be lower. That's not good. That's payroll paying out. Again, unemployment, climate change. So hopefully this news honestly pull it back forward to go up. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for buys, but I wanted to, again, to pull back at a certain area so I can have a high probability trade. That's what I'm looking at. EA does affect, so yeah, I'm gonna be looking at that. We already looked at Aussie news. I don't think I have GU on the list. I'm not worried about that. We'll see how this plays out. That's not important. Definitely want to take a look at this. Definitely take a look at this. Go up a bit. Hopefully that'll pull it up. Let me see. Manufacturing, dealing with the economy's health there in that industry, in that sector. So trade, instruction load. I'm gonna take a look at all this. So mostly everything is happening Thursday for GBP and forecasting it to go up. So hopefully this in the beginning of the week, hopefully give it that pullback. Then towards the end, maybe get some good news. We can go ahead and buy up on that one. We got Euro, of course. Definitely want to pay attention to that. This is not important. Friday, nothing going on there with the fundamentals. So GA, ultimately, I'm waiting for a pullback. This I can go ahead and delete. I was actually tracking I was going to buy it. And I was like, it's not pulling back enough for me. I wanted to come all the way down here somewhere or in here, right? So I can go ahead and get rid of this and get rid of this as well. G Chef, really the same thing. Take a look at this weekly candle. It surpassed. So you know this is a bullish engulfing off a respected weekly level. Breaking it down to the daily, I was looking for a change of character. It was in consolidation. It definitely broke. So right now I'm looking for a pullback. I'm gonna just let it fly up because it fly up. I'm just gonna track it with the Fibonacci, look for those golden zones. That way I can get in at nice huge candle expected. So I wanted to come back somewhere down here or here to respect this change of character or this swing point on the daily. And so I'm just patiently waiting on my hands, seeing how everything works out here. Hopefully, the GBP news that we just went over, um, it will send it back in the beginning of the week, pull it back, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in. Now, the chef, see about chef. Chef really don't, Swiss franc don't have no news like that. I'm definitely watch this producer and import prices pretty much PBI. And I want to be watching that. Um, so I'm gonna just glance at that when that comes out. Yeah, so really ain't nothing coming out for this. So that's vulnerable. We'll see how that goes. UCAD, UCAD broke out of the consolidation, though even this is you can see that wick right there. Not the best. Not the best, but let's see. Okay. Change of character on the daily. Definitely broke out of this consolidation. You see these. This was the last low. Started making higher lows. Finally broke out. Drew a Fibonacci to track price, and currently right now is at a 50% level. All right. Look at these candlesticks. Right. Deceleration candles for me. Came down. Sellers lost momentum for real. Right. So you got this. I got to go back over the candlesticks, but this is important. This is telling the story. Sellers really don't have momentum going on right here. So CAD is already vulnerable because they don't have anything coming out. However, the US have a ton of heavy news coming out. So I'm looking to buy this up. Um, well, actually, so 1 hour. So a little bit more detail of what's going on. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I don't know what that was. I messed up my eyes, but okay. Um, See, I got a 4 hour turn on here. I'm trying to check the selling pressure. I would like to see how the daily close, possibly, or the 4 hour actually. Let's see if we can get like a some push to the upside. Um, let's see, first news that comes out. So this is on Tuesday. Looking at things in the morning time. I have my whole routine. So inflation going to be important. Definitely going to be looking at the charts there, taking advantage of that. And let's see. This is on Thursday. That's going to be important. The PPI, things of that nature here. Yeah, I'm looking to trade that up starting Tuesday. We'll just be monitoring everything. Maybe I can get in a little early. We'll see. Right now, I'm just going to be patient. And see how the daily close. GJ. All right, GJ, look at this. Now we on a weekly. Oh, that's interesting. Weekly close, pretty dang on strong. Engulf this one. I am gonna be monitoring GJ for sure. We already went over GBP news, and JPY. Some things coming out there. If it can get back to this level, now something happened right here for it to drop like this at the 199.00. So I'm gonna go down to the 4 hour. I see a demand zone here. We're gonna see how price react. I need to see reaction points here. And so this looks good. Let's see what's going on with JPY. Clearly, it already broke down to the downside. So yeah, let's see about that. Let me go back to the daily real quick. This resistance is one. So it was a support, respective and retrace, swing point one. And back down here. I'm gonna be watching this level, looking for sales. Um, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Think we get the first. Who comes out first? Who comes out first? So on a Tuesday. Well, we're gonna have some news here. That's cool. Hopefully, with the JPY, we'll see. 'Cause, we're gonna get some reaction here. JPY is Japan, right? Japan, Australia, and New Zealand, they are strong trading partners. So we might have some reaction here on Monday that might happen. Hopefully it falls to the setup, it goes to the setup, right? Definitely gonna have some reaction here. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But currently right now, this is my watch list for the week. Again, from August the 10th to August 15th. X and G, I'm looking for buys. Oil, I am looking for buys, but I am patiently waiting. Hopefully, it can fall somewhere down here. I'm cool with it. AJ, I am looking for sales. Hopefully, it push back into a level so I can um, uh, widen my probability of it going in my favor. CAD JPY, I am looking for sales. GA, I am looking for a pullback and I'm looking for buys. G Chef pullback, looking for buys. UCAD, looking for buys. JPY, it's almost ready. I'm looking for sales. So let's see how it go. I keep everybody posted. I'm back at it. I'm just working on patience. Let it come to my trade setup. It can't get no simpler than that. There's no way we can't follow directions. We know how to trade. It's time to make this money. Let's get it. Y'all have a wonderful week. Stay safe. God bless.